Good times on everyone. I'm Bagotrix, your story-playing adventurer, and welcome back to Death and Request 2. Mai survived the night, but come morning, Vina was nowhere to be found. So let the nightmares begin. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your favorite character so far in the comments below. Alright, let's get back into it. I know that we have a lot of places to explore and only maybe so much time. But we have, let's see here, somebody at the top in the women's dormitory that we don't know. We have the student president and a new friend as well. I'm going to guess that the person we should probably talk to first is going to be the student president. Unless we want to make it in order of, like, where we would travel. Also, if you take a look at them, a couple of them have golden frames. One of them has a silver frame, so maybe that like level of importance. Oh, never mind. It just shows you where you're at. Derp. Okay. So I guess we'll start out here outside the women's dormitory. Huh? Somebody hugged me from behind, so I turned around. You're not good with surprise attacks, are you? Your reaction was so cute right now. I'm gonna do it too. Don't be stupid. Oh, it's Victory. I forgot all about her. You smell good, just as I thought. I smelled it when you turned around right now. What scent is this? Why is everyone smelling Mai? She sniffed my neck and it tickled. I was writhing to get out of her grasp, and Rottie pulled me tight. Hey, Victory, you can't do that. Being released from her hug, I finally was able to face Victory. What was she thinking? To just hug me from behind. Aw, you took her away. I'm sad. Even when I gave her a quick glare, Victory was unfazed. Rather, she was just smiling. Gosh, you have no boundaries. According to Rottie, Victory has a tendency to hug people as a form of hello. I don't think that you need to hug me to say hi. I guess not. I didn't plan on it, but you smelled so good. Is that so? No reaction. I don't know what to do. I couldn't hide my confusion, and Rottie sighed for I didn't even know how many times today. Victory's always like this. Don't worry. Well, I guess it's hard not to. Right. I don't like being hugged out of the blue, like she did. Sorry about that. I'll be more careful next time. Victory waved her hand, and she lightly walked towards the end of the hall. She's a weirdo. Although I was surprised, I guess she didn't mean it badly, so oh well. I glared at Victory walking off. There was a charm to her smile, the kind that invited others in. Aww. Alright, so, I guess maybe if we do it in the order of when we'd arrive there, like we came downstairs, let's talk to the student president here next. Oh, hello to you all. What? Good, good. Seems like everyone's getting along then, I forgot how ditzy the RA of the dorm is. What was her name? Abigail. That came out of nowhere. Hey, what's wrong? Why does your face look so scared? No, that's... Did you just have an unpleasant thought? No, this is just how my face always looks. Oh. Abigail looked confused for a moment, but the look cleared from her face soon after. She began with a nod as if she understood something. I'm glad that you've been able to make friends. Mai, you seem like a good person. But I must admit, I was worried because you seemed so shy. I'm happy to know that my worries were pointless. She was clearly smiling at Rottie. What is it? Weren't you glad, Mai? Rottie was already surprised. And even a little more so when Abigail said, Mai again. I suppose everybody makes mistakes. Rottie was waving her hands around trying to clear things up. No, I'm Rottie. Oh, oops. So you're Mai? Abigail looks over at me. Yeah. My mistake. I'm sorry. That doesn't change the fact that I'm still happy, though. You two be good, okay? Without waiting for a response, she turned around and left. I don't understand, Abigail. The RA is a little off sometimes. That's putting it lightly. How could you be mistaken with someone new? Oh, don't be so sure, Mai. Of course, normally I'd agree with you, but this is Abigail we're talking about here. Rottie's answer confused me. She seemed to understand that Abigail was ditzy, but didn't find her behavior or status as RA to be odd. I see. Is she really fit to be RA? I wonder. It's probably best that I keep that question to myself. Alright, with only one person left on the agenda, let's go ahead and check out the person I guess we don't know in the cafeteria. Mai, Rottie, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey. We were approached by a girl who had a calm tone in her voice. We stopped. Her smile was full of peace. She offered her right hand to me. Hello, I'm Betty Paris. Nice to meet you. You might know this, but my name is Mai Toyama. I took her hand. Betty's smile seemed to grow lightly. Betty's smile seemed to grow slightly, and she nodded. Yes, I've heard about you. How are you? Have you gotten used to living in this place yet? Sorta. Good. I'm glad. I bet having Rottie by your side has been very helpful too. Rottie seemed happy to be acknowledged for that reason. She smiled. Yeah, Mai has me. She'll be okay. She always will be. Forever. Rottie, you know, I can't have you just follow me around forever. That would be annoying. Ooh, Mai won't accept my love. You two are already close friends, huh? Well, if there's anything you need help with ever, just give me a call, okay? I'm the eldest one here, after all. Oh, I see. Thank you. And that goes for you too, Rottie. If you're ever in a bind, you can always reach out to me. Of course. Thank you for that offer. It's not just me, is it? She seems to be this way with everyone. I was about to be annoyed when she approached me just because I was the new person here, but I think that's just part of her personality. Betty's eyebrows furrowed a bit when she noticed that I was staring at her. Her eyes soon changed, and her appearance appeared to be filled with compassion. I don't know what the circumstances were for you being sent here, but I want you to know that you don't have to keep your guard up. The children here, everyone is experiencing hurt in one way or another. I'm sure that everyone would offer to help you in a way if they could. Yeah, thank you. That wasn't at the forefront of my mind, and I didn't think that my guard would not. But for some reason, it felt like a burden that had been lifted off of my back. I was surprised. There was something I needed to do here. I didn't really plan on making friends, but Betty's words began changing something in me. Like Betty said, we're all here for you, Mai. Don't forget that I'm your biggest supporter, though, okay? Nobody will support you the way that I do. So, really, it's like I'm your only supporter. Rottie, whenever I talk to you, you always contradict yourself. Anyway, just know that I'm your biggest supporter, Mai. Yeah, I got it. I dodged Rottie approaching me, and just then, a book was offered to me. Here you go. A manual for Elstrain? Yes, I'm certain Elstrain can save you. Betty's faith must be strong. Her eyes seemed delicate, as if she was under the influence. I couldn't help but wince a little. Okay, sure. I'll give it a read. I never thought that I'd actually read it, but I accepted her gift. The book was very worn, as if it was read quite often. A very happy smile could be seen on Betty's face. She turned around and walked away. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. Come on, Mai, let's get out of here. Betty is so... She seemed to be a very sweet girl, but as soon as Elstrain came up, her demeanor shifted completely. I wonder why. It's nothing. We're gonna miss our meal if we linger around. Let's get going. Better be careful with that book. Yeah, I know. Elstrain will save you, huh? Something's off. I hope she won't become a nuisance. Oh wow, end of the day already. Okay. Oh wait, does this mean that we get another nighttime scene? Huh? The hallway was unusually rowdy. What is it? Let's check. To my surprise, Vina had been found. Well, we were told she was discovered inside of a shed, alone. It was located in the densest, thickest part of the forest. The kind where the light couldn't penetrate the shadows cast by tall trees. Her clothes had been shredded. They found her half naked and shivering on the floor. When they found her, she was half naked and shivering on the floor of an old work shed. Wait a second, she didn't die? Wait, what's going on? Why? Vina? What the? I wonder what happened. I heard her clothes were all ripped. What an idiot. Call it karma. The students gathered before the infirmary, gasping tidbits to one another in hushed tones. Excuse me, let me through. Mai, Rottie. Sorry, I just need to get through. The headmistress Midra, the school nurse Isuka, and the head maid Isuzu stood around Vina, who sat nervously at her cot. Soot covered her face, but it couldn't hide her terror. She shook violently, barely able to answer any of the nurse's questions. That's because she was ripped apart. Vina, here. Some warm water. Drink up. She said nothing. Mizu and Midra exchanged worried glances and sighed. Vina, you broke curfew to venture out into the forest late last night. May I ask why? I didn't. I wasn't the one who left. Are you suggesting you were taken? The memory of her being attacked by the shadow crossed my mind. I imagined that she too was quite confused. But I persisted in my suspicions about this school. I never thought to mention that I'd snuck out as well. Let's head back. I noticed the towel on the ground, so I bent to pick it up. Above all, I was relieved that she had lived. But just as I was about to leave the infirmary with Rottie, Barbas is watching. Don't trust your eyes. Barbas is coming. Hey, what was that? Huh? Answer me. What did you say? Do you know? Answer me, damn it. What is Barbas? I lost myself in the moment. The next thing I knew, I grabbed a hold of Vina's shoulders and shook her. Sanae mentioned Barbas in her last email. It was nonsense to me. Until now. Mai, stop it! Tell me! Spit it out, you hear me? What is Barbas? And when is it coming? Mai! Vina responded with a high-pitched scream, flailing out like a possessed woman, and then the maids rushed in to restrain her. They shoved me out of the room. Where is my sister? Ooh. Return to your room. As I retaliated, Headmistress Midra slapped me across the face. I threw the towel in my hand at the ground and stormed away. I will only repeat myself once more. You are forbidden from leaving your rooms past midnight. Have I made myself clear? Jeez. That was... Well, I'm pretty sure that we're going to leave our room again past midnight. Mai? Sorry about my mother. So it is actually her mother. How's your cheek doing? I'm fine. This is nothing compared to what that man used to give me every night. So her dad did beat her every night. Her face did look worse for the wear because she was getting beaten senseless by her dad. It must hurt to have to be so strong. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. Let's drop it. Anyway. You really know nothing about Sanae? Yes. I wish you could believe me. And about Barbas too? No clue. Right. Mai, I'll help you find what you're looking for. About Sanae. You'll sneak into the confidential student records? If we're caught, we'll be paddled 100 times, so it won't be easy. But I'll help how I can. Thanks. First, we're going to need to know where they're stored. Anyway, how's Vina? Fine. She calmed down a bit. Last I checked, she's sleeping in the infirmary. I'd like to talk, Mai. Can I sit on your bed? Aw, that's super freaking sweet. I love it. That is absolutely adorable. This is not sitting on my bed, by the way. This is taking an opportunity to sneak in for cuddling. She's quite crafty. You never bothered to wait for my answer, and even if I'd said no, you'd come anyway. True. Oh, your bed's so cozy. It's warm. It smells nice too. Mai? So why do you want to sit on my bed? So why'd you want to sit on my bed? Oh, sorry. I just wanted to chat. Mai? About, the headmistress. You haven't talked to her one-on-one yet, have you? Nope. I knew it. I just wanted you to know more about her. Rottie rested her forehead on my back before going on at length about the headmistress. Disciplinarian or not, it seems she invested through effort or endowment. The government had been less generous with their grants, so Midra worked hard to secure donations. She keeps Wordsworth alive. When I was younger, I was struck by a car in town. I blacked out, so I don't remember much, but I do remember her going around in the middle of the night looking for a doctor. I wasn't in good shape. I was fighting for my life, so I ran to the church. So she ran to the church, pleading with them, "Please, save my daughter." She prayed all night to Elstrain. 2 days later, I woke up. My mother slapped me, but then she broke down and held me even tighter. So I think when my mother hits you, it's an expression of love. Harsh, I admit. I hope you don't take it too personally. She's nothing like my parents. I guess she can't be too bad. I'm proud to be her daughter. Lately, though, she's been acting strange. I think she's stressed about something. It scares me sometimes. With what happened to Vina, I'm starting to think that this school is really haunted. The midnight curfew just wasn't a thing until last year. I see. That's odd. We'll come back to this tomorrow. I'm sleepy. I grabbed my alarm clock and showed its face to Rottie. Let's hit the sack before midnight. Okay. Could I sleep here? No, you fidget too much. You'll knock me out of my own bed. Oh, really? Man, that's embarrassing. Rottie hopped out of my bed and climbed into her own. Today I learned a little about my headmistress. But that shed no light where Sanaya could be. I can't be picky. There's too many factors at play. I shut my eyes and went to sleep. I can't sleep. For some reason, I was wide awake and in bed. I glanced out my window, taking in the starless sky. Buildings in Choara cast shadows which loomed like beasts without moonlight. The heck? Then the body of a girl smashed into my window. What in the world? God, I just got goosebumps. She was covered in blood. I tried to make out her warped face. It was Vina. The what? Hold on. As Vina's contorted face pressed into the glass, her eyes glared at me vengefully. Glare, 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 glare. But in the blink of an eye, she disappeared. Outside my window, I could only see the starless sky and building shadows. What was that? A hallucination? I shot up from my bed and gazed around my room frantically. As per usual, Rottie slept away awkwardly on her bed, not a care in the world. Her snoring is unbearable. I went over to the table for a drink of water and wiped the sweat from my brow. I took a look at the clock. 11:50 p.m. Early, but still late. Huh? I heard someone speaking outside of my room. Who could be up this late? I opened the door to find no one, but I tiptoed to the stairs because I sensed someone. I took a peek downstairs, and it was Headmistress Siju. She was dragging Vina, who seemed to be resisting. She was being pulled through the front door. What? No, it's the head maid, Shizu, not the headmistress. What in the world? What's going on? So much for the curfew. It was almost midnight. I returned promptly to my room and changed my attire and decided to follow them. I couldn't let the headmistress Mitra or the maids catch me. Like before, I tiptoed down the hall. I headed downstairs to run after Vina, who was being dragged by the head maid. Just past this corner. A maid with a sunken face stood there, holding a knife.
Hey! What are you doing? Return to your room. Now.
Just then, the clock struck 12, which seemed to distract the maid enough for her to dart towards the stairs.
What the hell? Why was she holding a knife? That girl.
The grandfather clock's chime echoed through the hallway. It was midnight, but I was concerned for Vina. I decided to chase after the maid down the stairs. If you want to see more videos like this one, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next adventure.